I'm going to show how exactly this contract number ranges, document type, and then screen field, so like a field, how to make mandatory, optional, suppress and all I will show. And once I complete this, then I'll move into schedule agreement concept. I'll go to SPRO. So it is same path which we follow for metal management. So let me show the path. Under metal management, you have to click on purchasing. Then here you should find for contract. You can see here in the bottom, contract is there. Okay, even I will explain for the purchase requisition, purchase order and all. So let us complete for the contract. Then maybe coming days I'm going to explain about the PR, PO and all, whatever uh, configuration required, and even RFQ quotation. Okay, whichever configuration is required in the real time, I will cover it in the coming sessions. Okay, so here contract, you can see define number ranges, define document types, and define screen layout at document level. These three option like executable activity, you should know how to do this. Okay, first I will go with the define document types. So when you create contract in front end, so where you will select the contract type MK or WK. MK is for quantity contract and WK is for value contract. Okay, these details will be available in the backend in this option. Okay, in case the client asks, okay, we don't want to go with the MK and WK, how exactly we can manage with the new document type. See, many created multiple customized document type. Okay, this is 4-digit option is there. Example, if I search for MK, you can see this MK document type, and next to that you can see the item intervals. If you give 10, it will show 10, 20, 30, 40 like that line items. If you give 1, it will show 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. If you give 5, then 5, 10, 15, 20 like that intervals will be there. So intervals you can manage, you can set in the background. This is also one of the interview questions. How this 10, 20, 30, 40 will come into in the front end. How you manage this in the back end. So through the document type setup. So there you can link the particular document type with the item interval and number ranges. How this number ranges, internal or external number ranges will be set based on the selection here. Example, you can see there are multiple number ranges are available in the system. So based on the requirement, you can choose which number range. Example, see now 14 is selected for the quantity contract. The number ranges from 4 series, right? From this to this number range is there, and this is the status. Okay, so maximum this much numbers or contract can be created with this number range. I will show how exactly these number ranges are created in which option, and how we here we are linking. Okay. So let me take one copy of this line, and I'll show you all the setup by copying and customizing new one. Okay, let me take it as a ZMK. This is a requirement. Okay, and the number range they are looking for 9 series. Okay, this is a series they want to take up. Okay, I'm taking this number ranges. Okay, and external number range if they want, then I can take 8 series. Okay, like this I can assign number ranges for the new document type. Okay, and next thing is that screen selection. Okay, MKK is the field selection which is already set up here. So I want to go with different field selection. Okay, then I can choose respective field selection for our document type. Example, okay, quantity contract CKK, someone customized here. I will select this CKK here for this particular document type, and what will how it will help, I will explain. Okay, majorly these things you should know how to enter the example. I will make it 1 to 3. So already 10 20 30 we have maintained. Okay, ZMK is there. I'll make it YMK. Okay, YMK is not there. Copy all. So interval I will take 1 2 3 4 like that, because already 10 20 30 we have tried out in the system. Let's see for 1 to 3. So it will take few seconds to copy all the data in the backend. Once it is saved, then I'll go and create in the front end. Okay, before creating, I will go to number ranges to show OS and ZI number ranges, how it is maintained in the system. Let me show define number ranges also. I'll go to define screen layout. These three things I will focus today. System is a bit slow. Bear with this. Okay, so now this once this changes is saved, okay, then that will show in the front end. If I come to ME31K screen, okay, then YMK should display in the front end. Okay, here if I go to this option, okay, here if I search is YMK is new document type, which is configured, so it is showing here. You can give different description also, just to differentiate. Okay, and I open this. Okay, now see, if a requirement is from the client, okay, they want to enter some fields are mandatory. Okay, they ask short text or maybe the middle group, they should be mandatory like that. Example, if I enter here material, okay, so it is just asking for the quantity. I enter the quantity and then price. The metal group is already picked up from the metal master. Text is not coming here. Okay, in case, okay, no, if they want to add some field, okay, in this, I'll show it here. They want to put this is mandatory or some fields are mandatory in this screen. So example, see, now this is the mandatory, validity end is mandatory. How you manage this mandatory field in the field selection? I'll go back to this screen, and first I'll show number ranges. I'll execute here, intervals. See here, if I search OS, OS, I think is it 0 or O? I need to check that. Here it is. Okay, it is 0S. This is the number range 9 series we have selected. In case you want to define number ranges, then you can click on this intervals and you can add here. Okay, so but here already there are a lot of number ranges are already added. I don't think we can add new number ranges here. Just a minute, hold on. Some background noise was there. Okay, sorry. So here you can see the number ranges, many number ranges are already created by someone. Okay, in case you want to go for to create any new number ranges, just look at which status is having 0. Okay, then you can delete it and you can create new number ranges with same number range with different letters. You can use it. There are many are there. Example, you can see here. This is also showing 0, 0. External number you cannot delete because it is already set here. You can look for some of the number ranges which is showing 0, 0. See, you can delete this and you can use this number ranges for your process, or maybe you're considering okay, YZ is your number range. You can create new number ranges YZ. Example, I'll show you. So this is the number, this to this. Okay, I'll delete this one, save. Changes were made, then I can come back and I can add new number ranges here with YK. Okay, the new number ranges I'm going to add as a YK. I'm using this number range. This is a simple job. Okay, you have series of number ranges that you just adding here. Now this will be showing in the bottom. Where is YK? Okay, see here. I just added YK number range one series, and I can save it as external also if required. Then for that particular document type, you have to replace with YK. That's it. Okay, save it. Now I'll go back to the screen selection. Here, define screen layout at document level. Okay, what is our screen selection? CKK we used. If you open this CKK, go to here, this option, and here you have option to do the field selection. Example, if I want to do some changes on basic data of the item, then see plant, item category, store location, account category, like that. So here you can see material group is mandatory, so that's why it's filling up automatically when you enter the material number. Okay, now if you go for terms of delivery, okay, if you want to make it terms of payment mandatory, for this I'll remove this optional. I'm making it as a mandatory, and in code terms also I can go for mandatory. Okay, but I'm not doing for the in code terms now, just for the terms of payment. Okay, then if I go to reference data, okay, vendor address, invoicing party, supplying vendor, quotation number, date, and all, you can make it as mandatory if required. This details, if client looks for all these details, mandatory. Okay, I just entered two fields are mandatory, and I saved. Okay, now if I go to ME31K and try with this agreement type YMK. Okay, see, validity end is mandatory and quotation date is coming as mandatory. Now it was not there before. See, okay, if I don't enter this value, it will show an error. Okay, quotation date I can say I want quotation. Okay, purchase. So that once I enter the details of mandatory field, it allowed to the next screen, right? So here I can add the details. Okay, then if I go to vendor address, everything is good. I can save it. See, last number from number range, OS is assigned. Can you see this? Now we have changed, like we have maintained number ranges for YMK with OS, right? Then you select this. See, this number got linked. 9 series we got now. Before, whichever we created with the 4 series, which is MK. Now it is YMK. Okay, but in terms and all, not asked mandatory. Let me try again doing that. Okay, so payment terms, it is showing already, it is there 0001. If I remove this, if I enter, see, payment terms is showing as mandatory. Already it is filled because of vendor master. We have entered vendor master. The payment terms is picked up from the vendor master. So even we have entered as mandatory in the field selection, system did not ask to enter. Already it is picked up automatically. Okay, so these three fields we have added as a mandatory. You can try other fields also. In terms, description is mandatory, or telephone, salesperson, invoicing quality, supplier vendor, or our reference, your reference. These fields you can test once by adding this as a mandatory field, and then you can save the contract. Okay, this is a, in this way you should know how to handle the backend configuration for the contract. That's it. Okay, nothing much here in this. Okay, so please note down if you have any doubt regarding customization of new document type for the contract, and number ranges creation. And also, yeah, I wanted to show the line item. I forgot to test that. Example, if I want to go with the multiple line items, see here, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? This is line item showing, because interval I maintained as a 1 to 1, not like 10. If I maintain 10, then 10 20 30 40 will come. So many people think like, okay, it's fixed, there is no changes can be done on the line item as a 10 20 30 only can be entered, but it's not like that. You can change anything. You can make 2 4 6 8 also. If you maintain as a 2, then 2 4 6 8 will come. Majorly 10 20 will be handled, or maybe 1 2 3 4, as per my experience. Okay, okay, now I will brief about schedule agreement, how we can handle schedule agreement in system SAP. And today I will try to cover one scenario of creating schedule agreement, and how you can receive the goods with respect to the schedule lines. Okay, go to material management and purchasing, hotel agreement, schedule agreement, create. ME31K is for contract. You just remember K is contract, L is schedule agreement. Don't get confused with the transaction. Sometime in the interview they'll ask T code also, the transaction codes also. That time be sure about what is the transaction codes are used. At least whatever I'm going to cover in all the sessions, right? That many transaction code you just try to remember in the SAP Easy Access mode. The backend SPRO screen, remembering all the transaction code is not easy. After you do a lot of practice, and even you should know how to check the transaction code in the backend. I already explained in previous session. In case you are not knowing about how to view the transaction code in SPRO, I will show once again today. Go to SPRO. Here in the top you have option, I think in the settings, or go to option. I'll show once screen is loaded. See, I see here additional information. Click on additional information, display key, IMG activity. If you click this, then the respective transaction code for that particular executable option will show here. Okay, it is now it's loading. Okay, see here, if I go to enterprise structure, define financial accounting. See here, the last 4 digit is the transaction code. OX15, OB45, OX02, OX03. If you type OX10 or OX02, okay, it will take you to directly to the plant configuration. Not required to go to enterprise structure, then go to logistic general, then define plant and all. Not required. Okay, directly you can type OX10 or OX02 or OB45 or OLME. Like that, transaction codes are there for a particular path or maybe the T code. Okay, and it will take you to the directly to that screen. See, change view plant OX10. Directly you can enter the new plant and you can create new plant over here. This is like after experience. The consultant will work for at least 1 or 2 years in a company. After doing all this configuration regularly, then we will use the transaction code instead of going through the path. Okay, just for your uh, knowledge, you show how to do all these things. Okay, now I'll go to creation of schedule agreement. Here ME31L is the transaction. Okay. The schedule agreement, you have LP and LPA. Two options are there. Schedule agreement, document types, only two standards are there. Others are all customized. Okay. Now I'll go with LP. So entering here. Okay. So it is similar to contract. Okay, the screen and all, it looks similar. Okay, but the changes is I'll tell you how the difference compared to the contract and schedule agreement. Okay, example, I'm going with this material. I need some 50 or I need 250 quantities of material. Okay, CP01. So here see the plant, store location, everything asking in this screen. You would have observed in contract we don't have this field, plant and store location, because these details we are entering in the PO level, because we are referring contract to create a purchase order, then you're ordering it. But in the schedule agreement, we are not going to create any purchase order. Everything will be done in the this screen only. Okay, I means this is a one level of creating one step. The next step I'll tell you how to release the schedule lines, then how to receive the goods and all. So store location you can put here also, or you can add in the receiving time also. If I add here store location, automatically in the MyGo time, it will pick up the store location. Okay, then save it. Okay, after saving this, I'll tell you how to do the schedule lines. Okay, so this is the scheduling agreement I have created now. Okay, under the number, even the number ranges also the same like contract. I will show once we complete the front end. Once schedule agreement is created, then you have to maintain that one scheduling lines through ME38. Okay, just remember this transaction code ME38 to maintain the schedule lines. Okay, so here you can see the schedule agreement details. Just double click on this line. Just double click on this line, so you can see another screen will come into picture. Here you should put delivery date. Example, I want some stock on 19th. I want some stock on, okay, I will put today's date, because if I enter 19th, I cannot receive today. I'll put today's date. I want some 20 number today. Okay, then here I can go for 19, then 22nd, like that. So I can put 100 here, Here I can put 20, 100. Then I want some 30 quantity on 31st, like that. So I can put delivery date for the particular requirement, like I want this much quantity on this date. Okay, then instead of getting all 250 quantity together, we can schedule accordingly as per our requirement. Okay, then once you schedule all these lines, okay, then just save it. Okay, schedule agreement got changed now. So now if this details should trigger to a vendor, okay, the schedule agreements are already maintained, then you can transmit this through ME90. Okay, with this document number, purchasing organization, purchasing group, enter this details. Okay, here application is EL is for purchasing schedule agreement release. Okay, when I execute this one, okay, this will show this screen. This is the output screen of the schedule agreement. Okay, you can see here user number, username, and the output device LP01. Then I select this line and click on output message. Okay, it will take some time to trigger in the background. So once it is triggered output, then it will show as a success. See, it become green. Now I can go and check the spool also, just for verification. SP01 is to check the spool. Execute here with today's date and all. See, here you can see LP01 user 72 script on today's date, this time. If I open this, see, you can see delivery schedule. This is a standard format as of now in the system. In real time, if they want to have their own format, then you have to customize. This is the number of the vendor and the delivery date. See, the target quantity is 250 each, scheduled quantity is 250, and delivered is 0, last delivery is 0. Like this it will show. And even you can see the delivery date and quantity, and if any changes is there, it will show. Okay, this is just a simple format we have in the system now. In real time, if they want different format to be triggered to the vendor printing the form, then you have to customize it accordingly. Okay, now I will go to ME33L to display the agreement. Okay, now if I see on the clicking on this line and click on history, there is no history. No purchase order history exists for this item. Okay, now I'll go to MyGo transaction to get the stock. Okay, see, directly I'm adding this schedule agreement number. I'm not going to create any PO and all. Okay, see here, it will show only 20 number because I have put today's date for the delivery. Okay, I'll check this, check OK, and post. Okay, this got posted. Okay, now if I go to MA33L, this select the line, go to history. See here, you receive 20 number on this date. Okay, material document generated, then you can do the invoice for this particular scheduling agreement. Now let me try to receive other lines. I'll try to receive now other lines. The system will say does not contain any selectable items because other quantity which was set for 19th delivery. Okay, in case I want to receive on today's date, then example the storekeeper got some another 50 quantity on same date, but system is not allowing to receive, then they should contact buyer or maybe the responsible person who has created the schedule agreement, or maybe who maintained that. Okay, then they can go to ME38 and change the date. Example, this 50 also, or maybe 100 also received today only, then you should change the date to 17. See, first line is disappeared because already it is received. Okay, now I'll just change this to 17 and save. Now if I come to my go screen, enter the number here. If I enter this, to show now 100 quantity. Simple. Okay, just I'll do check this and I'll post it. That's it. Now I'm not doing. I'm just changing it to the 19th date. So if anyone to test on 19th of uh, this month, you can try on that date. Okay, save it. Okay, this is about schedule agreement process, end-to-end front-end action, like action. What all things will be done by business user. You should know all this process. Okay, and if you want to know about the number ranges, the document type, and all, you will be going to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. And document type LP and LPA is there. LP is like without release strategy, and LPA is with release strategy. When I talk about release strategy and all, I will work on this purchase requisition, purchase order, contract, and schedule agreement. These four are the area where you can apply release strategies. Okay, so when I take up this session about release strategy, I will explain. For each session, I will take 1 day, 1 hour time, each topic. So here under material management, purchasing, then here you should search for scheduling agreement. Okay, see, scheduling agreement. Here define document types. The same process which I explained for contract, right? The same way you can customize different document type for your process, or you can go with the existing one. Example, if you see here, LP have this 10 intervals, number range is showing as 55, external number is PD. Okay, so you can try for external number also. Example, if I type ME31L, okay, I want to go with the number, means I have to add here only. Okay, example, if I try with the 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, like this, I enter some number. Okay, then I enter here. Okay, go inside, see here, document number not within defined interval, external number range is there, then you have to pick between this number ranges. Okay, I'll go to here, PD. Okay, what is the PD number range? You have to check in the backend. Go to number ranges, intervals. I'll search for PD. PD. Okay, this is the number ranges for external. I will copy this. Then I'll create this here. I'll say I'm going with this number as external. System will take the external number range. Just I'm adding this value, this material. Okay, then save it. So this is predefined. As we have entered this number and it came now. External number range. Internal means system only will pick up what is the latest number it will generate. Okay, simple process, nothing difficult. Okay. Okay, now I will show one thing here, document types. Okay, for the LP standard document type, what is the field selection you should check first. And don't change existing, never and ever change standard settings. Okay, if you want to do some customization, just copy the line and do your own. Even here you can see the LPL is the field selection. Don't change LPL. Okay, if you want to create new field selection, okay, you can create like this LUL or maybe LTPL, like that SSB, SPS, like that you can create new field selection. For that you can do the changes. Then you can link with, you can link here. Example, see, here you can see multiple field selections are there, right? You can choose any standard one, LPL, then you customize. How to do that? Go to this screen, define screen layout at document level. I think already I'm opening that one. I think close this because field selection is common for contract and all, so it will stop. I'll go to SPRO. Okay, go to material management. You all should practice, okay, to go to this path and all, and transaction code. What is the transaction code for each? If possible, you can note down also major transaction codes. Schedule agreement. Even I don't know the transaction code for all these things. Okay. Only major transaction code I know. Define screen layout at document level. So here example you are talking about LPL is a standard one. Then you copy it, make it ZPL. Okay, custom. Change like this and go inside here and then do the changes if you want something here. If you want something here, okay, go to each and every things. If you want to make some field are mandatory, try test it. Okay, how to, once you save this field selection, go and assign this to your number ranges or sorry document type. Example, you're talking about uh, LP. I'm going to make it as some other document types. Example, I'm going to copy LP here and making as a copy. I'm making as YLP or some other document type that it's existing. GLP is also there, or I can make it GLPX. Okay, then this is not there. Okay, here I can just change number ranges and all. Say GLPX, I will make it as 1. I will go for uh, okay, I'll take this 1A and I'll make this as a GPL. Okay, save it. Okay, now I'll go to new screen, ME31L. Okay, here it should show now GLPX. GLPX. Okay, it is there, which is customized one. I can choose this, and if I want to change some field in the field in this next screen and all, example, I want to make it this mandatory. Okay, then I have to go to GPL field selection, define screen layout, search here GPL. I'm not disturbing other, right? I'm just doing with my own. Okay, I'll make some. Okay, I'll make storage location is mandatory here. Metal group is mandatory. Metal description is mandatory. Short text is mandatory. Like that, I can do this. Okay. Okay. I cannot do this double. Okay. Then if I go to reference header, quotation number, date, supplying vendor or vendor address, invoicing party, like that, I can choose as mandatory. When I enter this mandatory, I go here, save it, ME31L. You see here. So these all become mandatory. If I remove this, see, this is not mandatory because I did not maintain payment terms, or terms of payment is not mandatory. Okay, even if you skip by not adding here, it will allow. That's it. Okay, so example, I enter this details here, invoicing part. I will just put this only, delivery date. Okay, so here just I enter this material and I will just leave. See, plant, it is asking mandatory, unit is asking quantity is mandatory, and location, see, enter store location. Before it was not mandatory, now I made it as mandatory. So during the schedule agreement time, you should enter only, or else system not allow you to save it. Okay, because they don't want to do mistake in the GR time. The person who is purchasing or maybe putting order should know what is the store location to be entered, so that it can be avoided during the GR time mistakes. If anyone is using some other store location just to place, so then it will automatically, it will pick up what is the store location which is maintained in the schedule agreement. Okay, save it. While saving, it should generate now our number ranges.